Hello, my name is Mary Claire. I am in, oh dear, this feels really awkward. I feel like I'm about to say I did something wrong. I feel like I'm on the spot, but I'm putting myself on the spot. My name is Mary Claire, and I'm trying to I really don't want to have to edit this video because I'm not at a point yet where I really want to be editing, so I just want to say my piece and move on because I'm trying to start and I'm trying to keep all my barriers down if possible. But anyways, my name is Mary Claire. I am somebody who has always wanted to try to do a number of things, including make videos about and of things that I love, and to try to use that as a platform to make the things that I love doing more sustainable. And I've always felt really self-conscious. I've always worried, oh, do I want to put my face online? Do I want to just be putting myself out there at all? And the question has been with me for a really long time, and so basically I'm just starting. So this is it. I'm gonna just do the things now and stop overthinking it. I wrote some notes. I have at the very bottom of my little notebook, I have some notes, and I'm gonna make this quick. I don't think a lot of people are gonna watch this video, but I needed to make it because I needed to break down the barrier. It seemed so big and such a big deal to start a video. And I look back at some other people's channels of people I like to watch, and they maybe have a first video that's like something nicely put together, or some kind of tutorial, something that's actually useful to other people. And I just couldn't figure out how I wanted to start this channel of mine, because I don't know, there's too much indecision. And so I figured the best way to start is probably to just start. And the best way I can start is with an intro video that probably won't get watched, and that's actually a good thing because it won't get watched very much. Like, it hopefully will be a relatively low value to a certain extent, but to me it's a great value because it's a way for me to break the ice for myself. And so no matter how other people have started their channels, this apparently is how I'm starting my channel. So it's all good. And I want to make sure I keep it short because I want to be able to just upload it and get myself going. So anyway, my little notes are these. My name is Mary Claire. I've named the channel Apfel Blossom. I know that's a weird name. I know it's hard to say. I have a few reasons for having named it that, and I know it's kind of innocuous and I think it's cute. I have reasons. But that's my channel. It's kind of a play on my name, and I have some thoughts about it, but anyway, that's what I named it. That was another thing. I had lots of uncertainty and lots of back and forth with myself over, like, what do I want my channel to be named? Like, it needed to have like the perfect name, and I don't know that this is the perfect name, but this is the name. So that's me. That's what this channel is called for now, anyway. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes so that I don't forget because I want to keep moving along here. Okay, so purpose. The purpose of this channel is to fulfill a lifelong dream ever since YouTube became a thing in my childhood. I think that I would be sad if I never started a channel, and I wanted to, and I I might eventually decide, oh, I want to take my face off. Now I'm looking at myself, it's making me feel self-conscious. I might eventually want to take my face off the internet, but I just wanted to get started. I like a lot of the channels that kind of are really aesthetic and they sort of like show their daily life, but manage to not show their faces. And I thought I wanted to do that, but I find filming really difficult to do. I'm not a videographer by any means, and I'm not a really great editor by any means, so I think probably a lot of the value I have for a YouTube channel is trying things out and sharing my little journeys and experiences with things, and maybe mostly kind of chit-chatty stuff, and that's also the easiest thing for me to do at this point, and so having a face to go with that is fine. And there's what's there to hide? I've been like hiding my, like being like, oh, do I want to share my identity online? Like I'm kind of like, there is a great treasure that must remain hidden, and it's just like, privacy is important, but this is fine. So I think it'll be good for now, and if I change my mind, I'll change my ways of doing things. That was a segue from what the purpose of this channel is, and I don't know how I got there, but the purpose of it is to start a YouTube channel in and of itself, and just make videos and share them and be able to share thoughts and things that I'm doing. But I am interested in books. I like to read books, and maybe I'll have thoughts on books that I've read, but I also really want to write books. I want to be able to write and illustrate, hopefully. I'm not a professional in either one, but I'd like to do both, for especially children's books, and I don't know how to get started on that, so I figured I would share the process of an amateur trying to do the thing and potentially failing. Which is fine, actually, because you know what? Success stories usually get told, and if it turns out that I am a failure story, that's valuable. So there's that. I've also always wanted to start a small business, a small art business, and I like selling like greeting cards that I've illustrated, and maybe like little ornaments and stuff, because I've been getting into like clay, like polymer clay and air dry clay and stuff, and just like experimenting and doing little art projects, and then hopefully being able to have a little online shop. And I don't really know where to start, and I've been so scared of like all the stuff to do with like logistics and taxes and stuff like that, and I thought it would be good to just, again, share the process. If I fail, that's valuable also, and this also could potentially be helpful for marketing a little bit of that. I have no idea, but I hope that if any of these videos find you, that maybe you enjoy them and find some value in them, regardless of what happens to me. My goal is to be able to like make a living from writing and art eventually, but again, even if I fail, may we all benefit from this. And then oh, and I'm also interested in languages and cultures. I think I've studied Korean on and off since I was younger. I got introduced to K-dramas when I was in my teens, and I continue to enjoy studying it. I'm not good at speaking it, but I like studying it. I like watching Korean shows, historical and not, and really interested in Korean culture. I'd like to visit there someday, so maybe someday I'll be able to do a travel vlog or something. And I'm interested in other languages and cultures too, and this is kind of vague, but I also am interested in folk arts and crafts, kind of. It's very vague, but I watched a few documentaries and taken at least one class, and I think I'd like to explore that more later, and I think a YouTube channel could be fun. Maybe I can do Instagram-y thing too. I'm not really sure. I'm figuring it out. This is, again, icebreaker for me mostly. And then I know this video is already over 10 minutes long, and that's okay. I'm looking at the time. I like long form chatty videos, but usually I like ones that are a little more like full of people's thoughts or experiences, and this is more like, here are the details, here are the facts, this is what's happening. So it's fine, it's okay. I think I'm still looking at my notes right now. Oh, this is my first attempt to draw an ostrich in my life, and these are lady slippers. I like doodling. Anyway, so I just, to finish up, just to kind of give a sense of what has been the kind of the catalyst for me finally making a YouTube channel after I posted a video on another channel of mine now over 10 years ago. So I've thought about this for a really long time, and I've even tried before, and what's the catalyst for finally like posting a video, and hopefully shortly hereafter there will be another video, etc., etc. I've had a change in jobs. That's a whole story, but something like that can make you think like, oh, what am I doing with my life? What do I want to do? And just like lots of different thoughts and like little experiences, you know, little things that seem kind of like providential or just serendipity, or, you know, chatting with this about this person and with that other person. And then right now I have 2 books, one of which I came across on Instagram a couple days ago, so I went to Barnes & Noble yesterday to pick it up, and in the meantime I saw this other book, and so I haven't finished reading them. I'm not recommending them, but maybe I am. So the one that I was looking for, and I had to go to a different store to find, so it was a fun Barnes & Noble adventure day, was this book. It's called Tiny Experiments by Anne-Laura DeConf. I'm not sure if I said that right, but she's a neuroscientist, and I just came across her on Instagram, and I just thought this sounded like just the book I needed to read right now. I've struggled for years with the ideas of having goals and trying to accomplish certain things and giving myself deadlines, and it has never worked for me. I've spent a lot of years knowing what I wanted to do without actually doing it, which is why making this video is important to me, just to get going. And again, I haven't read this book, but I think the main idea is to kind of create a pact or agreement with yourself to do a certain thing. Oh, that's Fennel. That's my boy cat. I have 2 cats, and this is Fennel. Anyways, the idea is basically you create a pact with yourself, and maybe publicly with other people, to do a certain thing for a certain amount of time. It's not geared towards outcomes, it's geared towards actions that you can take and you can control. And I'm just going to read her definition here real quick. A pact is a simple and repeatable activity that will inevitably bring you closer to achieving your authentic ambitions, regardless of the actual result of each trial. It follows a simple format: I will, action, for, duration. The pact is the fundamental building block of personal experimentation. And basically what she says, what makes it so effective is that it focuses on your outputs as opposed to your outcomes. And it gives you the confidence to get started, because there is no bad result or wrong choice. You just need to show up. And I haven't even finished reading this part of the chapter, but I just want to get going. So I thought, well, I should create a pact with myself to work on the things I care about and not focus on follower counts or anything like that I can't control. Getting into the publishing business takes a while. It's complicated. I don't know if I'm ready. Being able to start a small business again, complicated, and you can get started, but that doesn't mean you're going to make sales or anything. So everything I want to do, the results that I can't control are so far out of my control and so sufficiently far in the future that if I focus on those, I will continue to not accomplish anything. So I was like, aha, I need to focus on my behaviors. And then going on from that, the other book that I came across was called The Courage to be Disliked. It is by Ichiro Kishima and Fumitake Koga. And there was just one little part that I earmarked yesterday, and again, I haven't read the whole thing. It's getting long, sorry. That's okay. What was this part about? Oh, yeah, it was about blaming other people. I try not to blame other people for my actions, because that seems unreasonable, but this is a really interesting book. It's written as a conversation between a youth and a philosopher, so it's really cool. And not only is it kind of like reading a play, it's a dialogue, but everything that the philosopher says, a lot of my immediate questions or arguments that I would have back are said by the youth character, and so it's really good at, you know, creating that interplay between the two different schools of thought that are in this book. And I know what that's called. What is it called? A Socratic dialogue. There we go. Yeah. Anyways, it's enjoyable and it's easy to read. But there's this one thing the philosopher character said, called a life lie, quote unquote life lie. The philosopher says, one shifts one's responsibility for the situation one is currently in to someone else. One is running away from one's life tasks by saying that everything is the fault of other people or the fault of one's environment. And that doesn't sound like pithy or like that would have necessarily caught attention, especially because I tend to think, no, it's my fault. Like, I haven't done this thing, so it's my fault. You know, I know I'm the one who hasn't done the work. I know I'm the one who hasn't pursued the goals. But if I really think about it, it has had to do with me blaming other people. I've had it in my head that other people won't care, other people won't be interested, that the sort of businesses that I want to break into, if you will, or the certain areas that I want to be a part of, such as YouTube or anything online, or the world of books or the world of, you know, small art businesses, everything I'm interested in, I kind of think like, oh, everything's oversaturated, there's no place for me, like I don't have anything to offer that other people will be interested in, and that is blaming other people. That's making assumptions about other people. That's me allowing myself to become discouraged by making assumptions about other people, whether they're individuals or professionals in a system like book publishing or business or what have you, making assumptions about what they care about and using that as an excuse to not do my part, which is just to set the time aside, focus, put aside other things like taking care of my house, and well, I don't own a house, the home I live in, taking care of my surroundings, doing my work, like my day job, just like finding that time in my day on a regular basis to just commit and sit down and be like, what I do is what I can control, and I'm not going to put the blame or responsibility on other people when I haven't even done my part. So anyway, so those were two kind of things that I was thinking about, and I wanted to mention because I think that they're, hello kitty boy, because I think they're something that I needed to hear now. So all that to say, I'm gonna just get started now. I'm not perfect, obviously. I'm not trained. I studied English in college, and I enjoy writing, and I think I write pretty well, but I'm not a professional writer. I'm not a professional artist. Certainly didn't study it more than like some really basic things in school. I don't know much about business. I don't know much about video editing. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but these are all things that I want to do, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and do them. And if I fail, you can watch and you can learn from my mistakes. I'm also really uncomfortable, like I'm not used to filming processes of things, so I'm just gonna try to do what works for me for now, and then maybe I'll get more experimental and have more fun with it later. So we'll see. But anyway, I think the only thing that remains in this video that has gotten to be over 20 minutes long, and I really hope you can, I hope the audio is okay. I don't have a external microphone. But I guess the last thing that remains in this video is for me to kind of create a pact, to sort of say I'm gonna do this, but that's not really, I don't know, I need to think about it a little more. Well, that's the whole point of making the pact, though. I think what I want to do is say that I'm going to, what I've told myself is that for the next, at least through the end of this year, maybe for a full year from now, Monday through Saturday, or the equivalent to 6 hours per week, ideally an hour a day, Monday through Saturday, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna write, draw, do what needs to get done. And I know that it's really like not focused. It's like multiple things I want to do. And even making YouTube videos and stuff is also going to be part of that. But again, I'm going to try to avoid too much editing to begin with, so that I'm not too focused on that, and I can just do kind of like sit down and be like, this is what I was working on, as opposed to trying to do too much like fancy editing yet. But anyway, that's what I've told myself that I will do. So yeah, an hour a day, or if I have to like shift the hours around and do more on a Saturday when I have more time, that's fine. But that's what I've told myself I want to do. And as far as these videos are concerned, I think as long as it's just like something pretty simple, like sit down and chat kind of thing, I think I can commit to doing one a week through the end of the year. I'm not gonna make like a public vow, because I think that's very serious, but I'm just gonna say like I'm gonna try to do that. Maybe like next weekend, a little video about like what I worked on, anything I learned, how it went, and then hopefully I can end up showing more as I get more comfortable using a camera. I'm using my phone. I have a camera that I'm scared to use because I don't know how to use it, but anyway, I'm not going to let my not knowing how to do things, or like my slight fear of technology, hold me back anymore. I'm gonna just do what I can with what I have, and we'll see what happens. So anyway, this has been my first video, and I'm going to just start moving forward and see where it takes me. And if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see where it takes me, and have it become see where it takes us, sort of, then I hope that we will meet again in my next video. All right, thank you for watching. Appreciate you.